Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about the LEGO One Piece collaboration based on the Netflix series, the LEGO 75639 The Going Merry Pirate Ship. This set has 1376 pieces, and here you can see the box from the front and from the back side. The set has several functions and a lot to offer. I'll explain a lot of it, including what's up with the wanted posters during the video. Here you can see the box again, along with the details on the side. The print look incredible good and the box has a real design, cause often LEGO just prints a black box and highlights the product. Here they did much more. You have a little setting, sunlight and these design elements. I think it's very well done. Inside the box, each building section, 10 in total, are sorted into small bags so you can follow the instructions step by step. In my opinion, this set isn't really suitable for building with 2 people. It has special features like the printed plastic sails, the rigging that's included, and very importantly, the instruction manual. I'll talk more about the manual later. I actually built the set using the digital instruction via PDF. What really is a pity that there are also stickers. Some things like the sails are printed, but a lot of other details are solved with stickers. That's obviously not great. The instruction itself, printed like this, look pretty well. The print quality is high and nice, but of course the colors look even better on screen when you can zoom in, especially when you're following the PDF. Building the set was not on every time fun for me, but it was also somewhat enjoyable at the same time. Yeah, that sounds weird, but I took some time-lapse footage. It's true that some things don't work properly. I'll talk about specific errors, wrong descriptions, and also wrong parts in my set shortly. That's obviously very disappointing. Overall, you do get a certain building experience. Some parts are fun, some not, but there are also many small pieces that makes me crazy. The experience for me was mixed. But of course you also have the option to buy the set already built, but that's not for me. A huge problem with the set are the wrong descriptions and incorrect parts that I received, and that really kills the building fun. For example, I give you some. Instead of the stud plate, I hope it's the right word, you can see soon, I had smooth tile. That was especially annoying because of a function. I had to order the correct part from the LEGO shop. You can see it here. It's just so annoying and disappointing that wrong parts are included. Other people didn't have these issues, unfortunately. Or here, this little knob doesn't belong on there. You only realize during building. It's just a shame that such errors are present and that several things add up. I guess this is just a mistake on my interpretation, I know that already, but it was confusing me. For example, with the flying lamp head, step 269, this is already well known online. Building the flying lamp head doesn't work, it doesn't fit properly. There are big gaps that are not in the manual. Here too, it should have been a stud part. In my set I got a smooth part instead. Extremely annoying. And finally, a wrong color on the exterior facade. That small section should have been brown, but mine was gray. It was just the wrong part included into the set. Of course, that stands out, and it's a shame that the digital instructions PDF weren't corrected either. I built with the PDF because I thought it's always up to date. I could understand if something went wrong during printing and approval, but then at least correct it just online LEGO. Hey, where's the deal? That's a very big minus point. It really tanks the building experience. Let's take a closer look at the instructions. This is the printed version. As I said, I generally like the print quality. The colors are nice, but that's not the point. As you can see, it jumps straight in. They could have said something about the Netflix series, the actors, the design, the story, anything. What's the point of the license then? At the back there are only the wanted posters, which I think are a scandal. It's a shame because it's basically gambling. It's like a slot machine. I'll talk about it later. Plus self-promotion. That's it. No info about the set, no story, no data about the ship, nothing about its size. It starts very like this, and the digital version is exactly the same file. I really don't understand why they didn't put a bit of love and fan service effort into it. It's ridiculous how they're handling this license and doing nothing with it. No information, I say it again, no nice pictures of the set, no behind the scenes material, just nothing. Another look at the digital file, which I actually used to build, they didn't add anything extra here either. I want to highlight this timeline. It's Luffy on the timeline that's supposed to show the building progress. The idea itself is great, but it wasn't executed very carelessly and inconsistently. You can see it here. At step 40 he's at one position, but at step 253 he's almost in the exact same spot. This idea was nice, but they clearly forgot to scale it properly. Every other page, the second page, the bar is completely full. Nice idea, but then just abandoned it. It's a shame when something like this isn't carried through consistently. Here you can see the parts, by the way, overview again, and at the end, that's it. Okay, we must talk about the wanted posters. I have to talk about this with you. What ridiculous, stupid thing. Every set includes 4 out of 8 wanted posters, which is very characteristic of the series or the anime. They could have at least explained that in the instructions, by the way. But it's pure lottery. It's a slot machine. You get random plates. It's clearly designed to make buyers purchase small sets to collect all 8. In today's day and age, that's not okay. It's scam. What's even worse is that some sets like mine come with duplicates. They could have at least made sure that duplicates are excluded within one set. Online, some people are even talking about getting triples. 3 of the same poster out of 4. That's stupid. It's just dirty, a real mess, completely unacceptable for me. What Lego is doing here. I also wonder why they feel they need to do it and squeeze even more out of the customer with this loot box style lottery system. Big thumbs down. That's hard for me. Now let's move on the minifigures. I show each one up close. This is Luffy. Overall, I think all the figures are nice. Sanji as well. I know some critics are not fully printed, no arm printing, no feet printing, etc. That's true, but for me, they're just working. I think all the figures were made with love. Every figure has a face with 2 expressions, so you can change it. We've seen Luffy and Sanji. Here's Nami. Nami's stick is a bit weird design, a bit cheap. Lysop has this cool back. I think it's really cool. He also has a 2-side face. I'm very happy with the figures. The critics that not all crew members are included, I can follow, but I think up to this point in the story, this crew makes sense. The most important ones are there. Zoro is also really well done with the sword in his mouth. Here they are all together as a crew. You can position them on the ship. I show you that in a moment. They look really strong. I'm very happy with the minifigures. Lego did a good job here. The next big no-go and minus point are the stickers. I don't understand why Lego still gives customer the cheapest solution on the highest price. They could have easily made prints, especially since other elements like the sails are printed. It's just disappointing and reduces the joy of the set. Nobody wants the stickers. They should completely do away with stickers across all of their sets. Now the actual main set, here's the flying lamp. what we called in other countries, but here it's called the Going Merry. Here it is in all its glory. The chip looks good and gives me a lot of joy. By the way, maybe you can explain me why some of them are called it Flying Lamp, but officially it's the Going Merry from the official version. It has the 2 master design, various rooms and playable elements. The chip is fully playable. In my opinion, it works both as a play set and as a display set. It has a nice look, various details and decent stability. You can pick it up without it falling apart, which is important for play and also important for me. Let's look at some details. We see this cool look outside, we see this, I don't know how to call it, and it's just a nice ship. It's cool that you can adjust the head of the ship. Here's the treasure. You can put some food or maybe gold inside. It's lots of play options. That all makes sense to me. There's even a function I show you next. It's the cannon function. You can, very fiddly, load the cannonball, press the button on the top, and it actually shoots. But it's so fiddly, this cannon function, that you will only do it once and never again. I can promise you. They could have saved this or implemented it better. It wasn't fully thought through, when you ask me. So the shot is coming, attention, and there it was. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, here's the ship again with the full crew. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Usopp. At the very top, on the lookout mast, the set looks fantastic if you ask me, with the crew on board. As I mentioned, the entire deck is stud, so you can position the crew however you like. It's really a great overall look. It's fun, brings back memories, and you can recreate some scenes. It's just so beautiful. I mean, look on that. Hey. Okay, let's come to my conclusions. The original Lego price is an absolute joke. Lego is charging an official price from 130 euro on their website. This set is now here near worth it. Considering the number of pieces, the errors in the instructions, the wrong parts, the lottery slot machine, wanted poster loot box system, and the fact that the manual offers zero story, no background information or anything about the series, the ship or the anime. It's unacceptable, especially for the price. In stores you can get it much cheaper. I bought mine on Amazon for 9 euro. At that price I would say it's acceptable. It's not good, but acceptable. I would not recommend it for 100 euro or more. Definitely not, and wait for a good deal. Strengths, it's the look, it's the fan universe, the figures, the ship itself, and the large printed sails. At the end of the day, it's fun. Beside all the negative aspects, the chip has details. The building experience is mixed, like I told you. The real problem aren't the One Piece license itself, but the obvious weaknesses Lego brought into this set. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I really want to know what is your experience and what is your thoughts about this Lego set. Thank you again. Here are just some pictures, and in the end you also can see how you can decorate your home with it and how it looks. So let me know in the comments, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Bye bye.